The Fourth Amendment. It's a cornerstone of American freedom, enshrined in the Bill of Rights for a profound reason. Our founding fathers, having experienced the tyranny of an overreaching government, understood the sanctity of individual liberty. They knew that without robust protections against unreasonable searches and seizures, freedom would be fragile. Imagine a world where the government could barge into your home without cause. The Fourth Amendment stands as a bulwark against such tyranny. It declares that individuals have a right to privacy, a right to be free from unreasonable government intrusion. In today's digital age, the Fourth Amendment is more relevant than ever. Technology has created new avenues for government surveillance, new ways for our privacy to be compromised. From cell phone location data to internet browsing history and unconstitutional gun purchase registries, our digital footprints reveal intimate details about our lives. The government, armed with powerful surveillance tools, has the potential to access this data, often without our knowledge or consent. This is why the Fourth Amendment's protections are so crucial. Consider the case of a government agency seeking access to your emails without a warrant. The Fourth Amendment stands as a barrier, demanding that the government demonstrate probable cause and obtain judicial authorization before accessing your private communications. This protects us from overreach, ensuring that our digital lives are not subject to unwarranted government intrusion. Sadly, the principles enshrined in the Fourth Amendment are not always upheld. History is replete with examples of government overreach, of instances where the lines have been crossed and our rights have been violated. The infamous warrantless wiretapping programs exposed in recent years serve as a stark reminder of what's at stake. The government, in the name of national security, collected vast amounts of data on its own citizens, bypassing the warrant requirement and eroding the very foundation of our privacy. Such actions are not only unconstitutional but also deeply damaging to the trust between the government and the governed. We must be vigilant against such abuses. The government should not be watching us. We should be watching the government. The Fourth Amendment is not self-executing. It requires citizens to be informed, engaged, and prepared to hold their government accountable. We cannot simply assume that our rights will be respected. The debate over the Fourth Amendment often centers on the balance between security and freedom. We all want to be safe, to live in a society where we are protected from harm. But that security cannot come at the expense of our fundamental liberties. The government has a legitimate interest in protecting its citizens from threats, both foreign and domestic. But it cannot be given a blank check to do so. The Fourth Amendment reminds us that even in the pursuit of security, there must be limits on government power. Striking this balance is not always easy. It requires careful consideration, a nuanced understanding of the competing interests at play. From a conservative perspective, the Fourth Amendment is not just a legal provision, it's a reflection of our values. Conservatives believe in limited government, individual responsibility, and the importance of personal freedom. The Fourth Amendment embodies these principles. It recognizes that the government's power is not absolute, that it must be exercised within the constraints of the Constitution. It affirms that individuals have a right to be free from unreasonable government intrusion, a right that is essential to a free and virtuous society. The Fourth Amendment, therefore, is not an obstacle to be overcome, but a safeguard against tyranny. The Fourth Amendment is not a self-executing document. It requires citizens who are informed, engaged, and willing to defend their rights. We cannot take our freedoms for granted. We must be vigilant in protecting them. So, what can you do? First, educate yourself. Learn about your rights under the Fourth Amendment. Understand the exceptions and the limits. Knowledge is power. Second, get involved. Support organizations that are fighting to protect our civil liberties. Contact your elected officials and let them know that you care about the Fourth Amendment. And finally, please like and subscribe to our channel for more insightful content on constitutional rights and freedoms.